Everyone's arguing about fats right now. Butter's bad for your heart. Seed oils are toxic. Olive oil's healthy unless you cook with it. So what actually is true? Because the oil that you cook with every single day is probably the most important health decision you make. And here's the deal, not all fats are created equal. The real issue isn't only the fat itself, but rather one, how that fat is processed, and two, how stable that fat is. Some oils nourish your body while others literally start to break down into toxic compounds the moment you heat and start cooking with them. So let's get into all of this, but first, my name is Chloe. I'm a holistic health coach and a big health nerd. So there are three main types of fats: saturated fat, monounsaturated fat, and polyunsaturated fat. And here's the key. The more unsaturated a fat is, the more fragile it is. And polyunsaturated fats, like the ones found in soybean and canola oil, are the most unstable, which means that when you heat them, they oxidize. And that creates compounds called aldehydes, which are linked to inflammation and metabolic dysfunction. Meanwhile, saturated fats and monounsaturated fats are way more stable, so you want to be consuming oils that are higher in those healthy fats. And now let's talk about oil. Olive oil is known for its Mediterranean health status, but it's actually not as healthy as people think. Olive oil is around 70% healthy monounsaturated fats, and it's rich in antioxidants and polyphenols, so it's great for your heart health. But here's the nuance. It's not great for high heat cooking. At higher temperatures, these beneficial compounds actually start to degrade. So olive oil is best used raw, drizzled, or just for a light saute. Avocado oil is kind of like the newer, healthier, better version of olive oil. It's quite similar with its high monounsaturated fats, but it has a higher smoke point. Some avocado oils have a smoke point of around 500 degrees Fahrenheit. This makes it one of the best oils on the market, but the downside is that actually a lot of avocado oil has been found to be rancid or diluted with cheaper oils. A 2020 study by UC Davis found that 82% of avocado oil sold in the US is either rancid or diluted with cheaper oils like soybean and canola oil. So quality really matters when you're buying and eating avocado oil. Seed oils, okay? Canola oil is marketed as heart healthy, but it's actually highly processed. I'm talking about chemical extraction, bleaching, and deodorizing. It also contains a decent amount of polyunsaturated fats, which are unstable when heated. Soybean oil is the most common seed oil, hands down. It makes up the majority of our processed foods and is most commonly found in restaurants as well. It's extremely high in omega-6 fatty acids, and these days, most people are consuming way too many omega-6s versus omega-3s. I'm talking ratios of 20:1 when it should be 1:1. That imbalance is where inflammation occurs, and then you get that cascade of chronic health conditions. Tallow is quite popular amongst animal-based bros and keto folks. It's a great whole food option, and it's made of rendered beef fat. It's around half saturated, half monounsaturated fat, so it's very heat stable, but quality matters here. It has to be grass-fed and preferably grass-finished. Plus, there's a good amount of debate on whether saturated fat actually clogs your arteries or not. Regardless, tallow has been used for centuries, and from a purely chemical standpoint, it holds up very well under high heat cooking. Butter, okay? The cooking fat that is most iconic for its delicious flavor. It's also loaded with vitamins, especially if it's grass-fed and finished. But it has milk solids, which means that it burns way easier. So definitely use butter for lower heat cooking. If you don't know ghee, you need to listen up. Ghee is basically butter, but it's clarified. This means that the milk solids are removed, so you have a much higher smoke point, plus it's dairy-free. It's stable, it tastes incredible, and it's really good for high heat cooking. 10 out of 10, I recommend. Okay, we covered a lot of ground here, so this is the simplest way to think about it. Cook with avocado oil, tallow, and ghee. Use olive oil raw, and try to minimize soybean oil, canola oil, and industrial seed oils in general. The general rule of thumb for healthy cooking oils is to use stable fats for cooking and flavorful fats for finishing. But what if I told you there was an oil that does both, okay? Let me put you on to macadamia oil. This oil right here is incredibly high in monounsaturated fats, even more than olive oil and avocado oil. It's also incredibly stable under high heat and has a very subtle buttery flavor that's nice and rich. So yeah, you can keep rotating between all your different oils, or you could just use this one oil that checks every single box for you, macadamia oil.